Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna do a review of one of my YouTube members' game while providing tips and insights on how to play in ranked games. The member's name is Adrenaline Gaming and he's going to play Cinderace in the central lane. So Cinderace is one of the best attackers to play in ranked games due to having high damage, high mobility, good objective secure, and teamfight capabilities. We're going to break down the game to 3 phases. The early game, which is from 10 minutes to 7 minutes, the mid game, which is from 7 minutes to 2 minutes, and the late game is the last 2 minutes. So for Cinderace in the early game, you want to try your best to get to level 9 for first Dreadnought spawn so you can have your Unite move. As for choosing the lane to gank after your first clear, I usually try to gank a lane with really weak Pokemons like Gardevoir, Gengar, and Serena, and avoid tanky Pokemons like Mamoswine, Wigglytuff, and Snorlax. If you can get kills early and score, that would be great, but generally you would want to just gank and try to get as many Bs as possible. Now it seems Adrenaline is pathing towards bottom to gank the Machamp and Hoopa lane, which is fine to do since Machamp is still pretty weak before level 5, but do be careful of Hoopa because it has great range and damaging abilities. You don't need to help your teammate do the back core fish, just simply sit in the brush to get vision so you know if the enemy jungler is also ganking bot lane. Before the bee spawns, it would be great if you can deal some damage to the enemies from range to discourage them from walking towards the bees. Cinderace is pretty bad at securing the bees, so I like to just hit the enemies and get them low enough for kills and possibly score afterwards, which will have much more value than simply getting the bees. After the bees, it's good to recall immediately and continue farming the central lane so you can get to level 9 as soon as possible. As you're farming, you want to think about your second gank. It is very important that you try and gank a lane that is weak so you can get kills and score your points. If you didn't score on your first gank, you should have at least 30 points and level 7 unlock. So it is very easy to get kills as long as you gank the correct lane. At this point, ganking top or bottom is a great choice because top lane only has level 4 Cinderace and bottom lane is already winning from your initial gank. Just make sure you're at least level 7 before attempting to kill the enemies because at level 7 you get your final evolution which will give you a lot more attack damage and you unlock the Blaze Kick, which is a great engage and damaging tool. If you see any enemies isolated, just engage on them with Blaze Kick and finish them off. Also, if the enemies are playing safe under their goal, you can call for your teammates and dive them as well. A level 7 Cinderace will do enough damage to kill anyone under the goal as long as your teammates follow up with you. At this point, if you manage to get a 30-point score, you will guarantee to reach level 9 before Dreadnought spawn. After your second gank, you want to return to the central lane to get your level 9 to prepare for the mid game. After you reach level 9, it should be close to Dreadnought spawn time at the 7-minute mark. At this point, you're practically the strongest Pokemon in the game, so you can immediately start the Dreadnought or simply fight the enemy. The chance of you winning is extremely high as long as you don't miss your Unite move. It is fine to play more aggressive here because nobody else on the enemy team can have their Unite move, so anyone you see you can immediately kill. It is even better if your teammate can walk up to get vision for you so you can start the Dreadnought. Cinderace can do the Dreadnought extremely quickly and secure with the Unite move. Once you get the Dreadnought, you can try for a score if you kill all the enemies, or just recall again and get your buffs and head straight for the Rotom if it's still alive. Otherwise, you just simply farm whatever you see on the map and prepare for the second Dreadnought spawn. If the enemies are playing aggressive, you want to rotate and help your team defend, and hopefully you get a bunch of kills and even counter score. Always keep track of your jungle spawn timer. They spawn every minute after you kill them, so you would want to keep farming them to help you reach level 15. If you're really high level, try not to die in the mid game, otherwise you will give a lot of experience back to the enemy. Just keep farming and showing up the Dreadnought and Rotom until the 2-minute mark, which will be the late game. During this time, it is recommended to play very selfishly by taking all the farm and kills so you can reach level 15 on Cinderace. A level 15 Cinderace will drastically increase your chance of winning Zapdos fight because you can kill enemy frontliners much faster. And also try to have both the red and blue buff on you during Zapdos spawn to give you slows on your basic attack and increase damage dealt to objectives so you can finish Zapdos much faster. The final Rotom is also very important because it can pressure the enemy to defend so they are less likely to farm and score to catch up to you. Rotom should always be a priority in the later stages of the game. Preparing for the late game is extremely important. It doesn't matter how far you are for the first 8 minutes, if you misplay the Zapdos, you will lose the game. Vice versa, if you're really behind, and if you play the Zapdos fight correctly, you can easily win as well. So the first step to preparing is having your Unite move available. This means you cannot use your Unite move past the 3-minute and 30-second mark. Next, you want to make sure you're at least level 13. This is easily achievable as long as you've been diligently farming during the mid-game. The last step is the most important, it's your positioning. As a Cinderace, you always want to walk in with the tankiest member on your team. In this case, it's the Blastoise. You never want to walk in alone and never want to be the first one to start the fight, otherwise the enemy will focus you and you will die immediately. Just wait for your teammates to engage the fight and hold on to your Unite to hit multiple enemies or secure the Zapdos. Here we see that Adrenaline engaged the fight by himself, and the result is that you will always die extremely quickly before your team can even help you. If you're level 15 on Cinderace, you have a responsibility to carry your team, so just play more patient until your team arrives. Luckily, his team still won the fight and got the Zapdos. Adrenaline played really well throughout the early and mid game by securing all the Dreadnought and Rotom, but none of that matters if you lose Zapdos. Overall, it was a great performance. Just need to work on positioning for Zapdos and wait for your tanks to arrive before you start the fight. Alright, those are just some general tips on how to play Cinderace in your ranked games. If you want me to review your gameplay, become a YouTube member. It has a lot of benefits to you and also greatly supports the channel. Thanks again for watching, and please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video.